Fox 61 News at 10 starts now.
First at 10, you thought today was hot. You haven't seen anything yet. It's about to get hotter and even more humid. We'll break it down for you. Full forecast coming up.
Also at 10, one Connecticut town is mourning the death of a former police officer who died just days after retiring. We'll hear how he's being remembered tonight. Plus.
And that is how I know you lied to me when you said you didn't have text messages about Sandy Hook.
A dramatic moment inside court for conspiracy theorist Alex Jones, facing a massive defamation lawsuit from parents of Sandy Hook victims. We'll break down everything that happened in court today.
Paige Becker's injured, a major blow to the UConn women's basketball team. We'll hear from an orthopedic surgeon about the injury Paige Becker's suffered.
But we begin tonight at 10 o'clock tracking extreme hot weather here in Connecticut as we're expecting that second heat wave of the year. Thanks for joining us here at 10. I'm Ben Goldman.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. Yeah, it was hot across the whole state today. Lots of sunshine, dry conditions, and it's warming. Here's a look at Riverside Park in downtown Hartford today. This was earlier. It was hot along the Connecticut River with the heat index expected to get above 100 degrees in many parts of Connecticut.
And we hit 90 degrees today, I think. We want to check in with Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank to find out why it's going to feel so hot tomorrow as we're in the middle of a almost official heat wave. Hi, Rach.
Yeah, 2 days down and 2 more days to go of our second heat wave of the summer season, first one of August. But today was pretty manageable, right? We had lower humidity in place despite the fact that we got up around 90 degrees. But we are not only bringing the heat tomorrow, but the humidity is going to come roaring back in again. So if you thought today was manageable, I'd agree with you, but you're going to find it's a lot hotter for the next couple of days. Let me show you, there is a heat advisory. It was not in effect today, but it will be in effect for the next couple of days with a heat index, how hot it feels when you combine both the temperatures and the humidity, up to 100, 105 degrees in the afternoon for some locations. So yeah, that's going to be uncomfortable for people that work outside or for people that don't have air conditioning. Those are the biggest issues. Right now, we're looking at temperatures that are in the 70s to right around 80 degrees. Overnight lows in the 60s to around 70s. And as we head through the day tomorrow, we're going to get off to the races. Lots of sunshine with high temperatures climbing into the mid to upper 90s as we head through the afternoon. Closer to 90, though, for the Connecticut shoreline. And even in the evening, it takes a while to cool off. We're dry and bright tomorrow, but we do have the chance for a scattered shower or thunderstorm as we head through your Friday. While that may put a technical end to the heat wave, it's still going to remain very warm and humid through this weekend and even into early next week. We'll show you the numbers, full forecast coming up.
Thank you, Rachel. Now, as we deal with hot weather this week, our local restaurants are also feeling those hot temperatures.
Some people may be choosing to eat out instead of cooking in, and workers making that food are trying to stay as cool as possible. Fox 61's Gabby Molina joining us live in Hartford tonight to share how some restaurants are dealing with this extreme heat. Gabby.
Sarah, Ben, the last thing that you want to do in this type of heat is stand over a hot grill or a hot stove, but restaurants, they have no choice but to do so. The good news for them, though, is that the heat can sometimes be really great for business. A steaming hot summer has kept the kitchens busy at restaurants.
They don't want to turn the heat on in their house, so they come out and they let us do the cooking for them. So the heat waves aren't the worst thing in the world for us.
Jay Restaurant and Bar says even in this heat, the food is the only thing boiling, with many customers choosing to sit in the air conditioning.
Very busy inside. A lot of people are coming in for lunch. They want to be indoors. A lot of them are like, no, we're not going to do the outdoors until the fall, and they're going inside. Even
behind the stove, the AC helps keep things cool. The open kitchen has 20 tons of cooling, so the restaurant doesn't have to worry about the heat shutting them down. There is some extra preparation that goes into it, though.
When you know that heat wave's coming, you better make sure all your coils are clean, your filters are changed on the air conditioner. All of our compressors are outside of the building, and we put extra fans on them to blow the heat away from them.
Inside Brazilian Gullah Grill food truck, ventilation is also key.
It's not that bad, we have a hood, we have a lot of ventilation inside here, so we can manage it.
Along with hydration to keep the workers safe in extreme temperatures.
We drink a lot of water, actually. A lot of water. Like, I can drink like 7-10 bottled waters per day.
A heat wave doesn't stop customers from lining up, which means the kitchen has to keep up too.
7-8 o'clock when the sun is starting going down, I think it's gonna be busier. Yeah, sometimes people like it too, It doesn't matter how hot it's outside, people still come in.
The owner here at J Restaurant says that the real hindrance when it comes to business is the rain. That's something that they haven't had to deal with really this summer as the state continues to see drought conditions. Live in Hartford, Gabby Molina, Fox 61 News.
All right, Gabby, thank you. We'll scan the QR code on your screen right now using your phone or go to your app store to download the free Fox 61 News app. There you can find the latest forecast, get weather alerts, and other resources available during this extreme heat hitting Connecticut. All right, we're following breaking news tonight out of Meriden, where a man has died after being pulled from a pool at Hubbard Park. The city's mayor says an older man had a medical emergency at that pool just after 3 p.m. Lifeguards performed CPR. He was taken to Midstate Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead. The city says the pool will remain shut down until Monday as police investigate. We'll bring you updates on air, online, and on the Fox 61 News app.
And new tonight at 10, Hamden is mourning the death of a former police officer who died just 2 days after retiring. 65-year-old Michael Pantera was killed in a crash in North Branford just last night. Fox 61's Alicia Machado joins us live from the Hamden Police Department to hear how the town is remembering him this week. Alicia.
Yeah, Sarah, the acting police chief says Officer Michael Pantera spent nearly a quarter of a century with Hamden Police Department. Tonight, he's being remembered as a caring, selfless police officer who enjoyed helping with community events. Flags in Hamden flying at half-staff in honor of 65-year-old Michael Pantera, a 24-year-old veteran of the Hamden Police Department who was killed in a car crash in North Branford Tuesday night, just 2 days after retiring from public service.
He was the true public servant. To say that we're all shocked and saddened here is an understatement.
Pantera worked in the patrol division and was a friendly face at community events. Hamden Mayor Lauren Garrett sharing this photo of Pantera with her kids at the town's Pride event.
He's just a really nice guy, and he was just really supportive of all of our events.
A local man through and through. Pantera was born and raised in Hamden and went to Hamden High School. The city says officers are required to retire at age 65, but acting police chief Timothy Wydra says Pantera wanted to stay on the force.
He really enjoyed working here, working for this town. You know, 4 or 5 days ago, I was at the podium here with him, shaking his hand and giving him his retirement badge and having a piece of cake with him. And now he's gone. And it's really tough to put into words those emotions and those feelings.
North Branford police say Pantera's car crashed along Foxen Road sometime before 7:15 p.m. Tuesday night. First responders tried to save him, but it was too late.
We mourn him, we miss him, but we honor him, and we certainly thank him for everything he did here.
Pantera leaves behind a wife, 2 daughters, and a son. That crash is still under investigation. If you know anything about what happened, contact North Branford Police. We're live in Hamden tonight. Alicia Machado, Fox 61 News.
Alicia, thank you. Following new developments tonight out of Vernon, where a state police trooper has been arrested for the second time this week after a victim reported that he assaulted her dozens of times. 29-year-old Jamie Solis turned himself in today and faces several more charges, including 2 counts of third-degree assault. This is video of Solis in court Tuesday, after he was arrested on a separate assault charge. An arrest warrant came today after a victim reported up to 40 assaults, including while she was pregnant. Solis was released on $500,000 bond. He's due back in court tomorrow. Connecticut State Police say that Solis's police powers remain suspended, and he remains on administrative duties pending the outcome of this investigation. Meanwhile, new at 10 tonight, a stunning moment in the defamation trial of right-wing conspiracy theorist Alex Jones. The lawyers representing Sandy Hook families say that Jones's attorneys accidentally sent them 2 years of his text messages.
Now those lawyers are accusing Jones of lying under oath, a federal crime. Fox 61's Brent Harden joins us in studio to break down the surreal scene that happened in that Texas courtroom today. Brent.
Yeah, Sarah, Ben, the families of the victims are seeking up to $150 million from Jones, who for years pushed the lie that the massacre in Newtown was a hoax. Well, during cross-examination today, the family's lawyers told Jones they were sent his texts by his own attorney. Let's watch that moment.
You don't know where this came from. Do you know where I got this?
No.
Mr. Jones, Did you know that 12 days ago, your attorneys messed up? They sent me an entire digital copy of your entire cell phone with every text message you've sent for the past 2 years, and when informed, did not take any steps to identify it as privileged or protect it in any way. And as of 2 days ago, it fell free and clear into my possession. And that is how I know you lied to me when you said you didn't have text messages about Sandy Hook. Did you know that?
I told you the truth. This is your Perry Mason moment. I gave them my phone, and then
Mr. Jones, you need to answer the question.
No,
Did you know this happened?
No, I didn't know this happened. But I mean, I told you I gave them the phone over.
Well, the family's lawyers say during the pretrial deposition, Jones claimed he did not have any text messages about Sandy Hook on his phone. And when confronted about it today, Jones did not answer at first, and that's when the family's lawyers accused Jones of lying under oath.
You know what perjury is, right? I just want to make sure you know before we go any further. You know what it is.
Yes, I do. I mean, I'm not a tech guy. I told you I gave in my testimony the phone to the lawyers before, whatever, and so you got my phone, but we didn't give it to you.
No, Mr. Jones. One more time. And please remember, if you need to assert the Fifth Amendment, you can. I need to know that you can do that. But you testified under oath previously that you personally searched your phone for the phrase Sandy Hook, and there were no messages. You said that under oath.
Yes.
And you lied when you said it.
No, I did not lie.
All right, the family's lawyers fought back claims by Jones that he's already been punished since InfoWars is filing for bankruptcy. An email from an InfoWars business officer says the conspiracy website earned as much as $800,000 in a single day while he pushed that hoax lie. Jones admitted in court today the shooting did, in fact, happen.
I have said before that there have been so many lies and so many things in the past, and I was under a lot of pressure. And I truly, when I said those statements, when I say something, I mean it.
Do you understand now that it was absolutely irresponsible of you to do that?
It was, especially since I've met the parents, and it's 100% real.
Now, this all comes after two parents of a 6-year-old boy killed in the school shooting testified yesterday. They said Jones made their lives a living hell because of the harassment and death threats they received from InfoWars followers. Jurors are now deliberating how much Jones should pay the parents of one of the Sandy Hook children killed in 2012. He is awaiting another case in Texas and a third back here in Connecticut. Ben and Sarah, back to you.